Hey everybody, it's David and I'm back with another video. So today I'm gonna pick up where I left off on my journey through my CD collection. So we're still in the P's, so let's get things started. This one's only gonna have 2 groups in it today. So I got a lot of stuff to get through, so here we go. First up is the Christian pop rock group. They first started out as Pray for Rain, and this is their debut from 1992. At that time, they were going by Pray for Rain, but by their next album, they had changed their name. But this one is a good debut from them. It's got a lot of their big hits on here. You Lord, Do You Want to Know Love, Pray for Rain, and also some other good songs like Let Go, Didn't He, My Time. So a good debut from them. Then next up is their follow-up. At this time, they just shortened their name to PFR. And this is their second album from 1993. Right? Yeah, 1993. Called Goldie's Last Day. And that's Goldie right there, the doggy. Better picture of her back here. Still kept the same sound from their first album. This one's got Walk Away from Love, By Myself, That Kind of Love, Spinning Round, of course, Goldie's Last Day, and Wait for the Sun. Now, this is the album that I discovered them on, so this is my favorite PFR album. But this one was from 1994, and it's Great Lengths. This is an awesome album. This is like my third or fourth copy of this because I played it to death. I killed all the other CDs that I had of this one because I played it so much. I just love this album. It's got the title track, of course, Great Lengths. Wonder Why is a good song. The song Great Lengths, they kind of sound like the Beatles. And it was kind of cool. Then Merry-Go-Round, The Love I Know, It's You, Jesus, Trials Turn to Gold, Blind Man, Deaf Boy, See the Sun Again, The Grace of God, Last Breath, and Life Goes On. So this is my favorite PFR album of all time. From 1994, Great Lengths. Then from 1996, this is the album Them. This was the first time they disbanded. It was after this album. This one kind of gets a little bit more harder in some songs. Pour Me Out, that's a good song. Daddy Never Cried, Anything. I Tried to Tell Her, yeah. PFR, Them from 1996. And here's the late great PFR from 1997. This is when they disbanded for the first time. They put this out, greatest hits album out. There's a couple new songs on here, new Name and Forever and Fare Thee Well. But it's also got, Great Links, Pour Me Out, Anything, Goldie's Last Day, Pray for Rain, The Love I Know. It's got all the good hits on here. But yeah, this one came out in 97. Then in 2001, they decided to put this album out. It's called Disappear. It is on Squint Entertainment. I don't know if that label's still around, but that label was started by Steve Taylor. But yeah, this one was okay. It just wasn't, I didn't care for it as much. I don't even see a song on here I remember. It's just that forgettable. But, I had to get it because I like PFR. But, not my favorite one. Then, finally, in 2004, with Family Christian Bookstores and Fusic Records, never heard of that record label, they put out the Bookhouse recordings. What they did is they went back and they re-recorded Pray for Rain, Great Links, Wonder Why, Anything, That Kind of Love, Dying Man, and Last Breath, and threw on 3 new songs, In the Middle, Home, and Prayer for Balsam. The remakes aren't as good as the originals. But it's still a good album, and they ended their, run on a good note. There we go. And next group, this is a vocal group, three vocal group, 3 guys vocal group, kind of like For Him, just basically a pop vocal worship group. This one, their debut came out in 1992. And that's Phillips, Craig, and Dean. I've followed these guys since the very beginning, so this is not my favorite one, but it's a real good debut. It's got Turn Up the Radio, This Is the Life, Favorite Song of All, Midnight Oil, A Little Bit of Morning. Yep. There you go. And these 3 are also associate pastors at their churches, at their individual churches, so I think that's cool. Next up is their second album from 1994. This is called Lifeline. This is probably my next favorite album from them, but not my favorite album from them. This has got Concert of the Age, A Friend Called Grace, He'll Do Whatever It Takes, He Believes in Lost Causes, I Want to Be Just Like You, Can I Get a Witness, Build a Bridge of Love, and Will You Love Jesus More, plus a couple other songs. So that's Phillips Craig and Dean Lifeline from 1994. Now this is my favorite Phillips Craig and Dean album from 1995, their third release, Trust. Again, this is like my second or third copy of this album because I played the other ones to death. It's got You Don't Have the Right, Christian, You Don't Have the Right. Then the next song, Christian. Mercy Came Running, Crucified with Christ, Reckless Ride of Faith, Living It Up, Ready for the Rain, Where It's Always Been, Ain't It Just Like Love, and Thank You for Praying. My favorite Phillips Craig and Dean album of all time. And that is their 1995 release, Trust. Now this is their 1996 release, their Christmas album, Repeat the Sounding Joy. Just a typical Christmas album. They do have an original song on here called The Kid in Me. Just an awesome song. Talking about how Christmas always brings out the kid, which I think it does for everybody. Makes you feel like Christmas makes you feel like a kid again. So that's Phillips Craig and Dean, Repeat the Sounding Joy. 1997's Where Strength Begins. This is another good album. This would probably be my third favorite Phillips Craig and Dean album. With songs like This Is How It Feels to Be Free, Just One, Where Strength Begins, For a Time Such as This, Let the Blood Speak for Me, Pray Me Home. Yeah. Good album. Now this one was from 1998. This is their first of many greatest hits albums. This has also got 2 new songs on here. No Matter How Long and Freedom of the Sea. And then all of the biggest hits that they're known for. Crucified with Christ, Mercy Came Running, Shine on Us. That's actually a song from a compilation album that they were on. My Utmost for His Highest. That's a good song too. Midnight Oil, favorite song of all. This Is the Life. Turn Up the Radio. Yeah. Then 1999, Restoration. This album has the cover of When God Ran. Good song. I love that song. Plus Freedom's Never Free and New Millennium. So 1999's Restoration. 2001, Let My Words Be Few. This is when they got into their worship part of their group, of their career. They just redid, did their own spin to most worship songs. Come Now Is the Time to Worship. Let My Words Be Few, The Heart of Worship. You Are My King. Open the Eyes of My Heart. Grace Still Amazes Me. Yeah. Good album. Then from 2003, this is Let Your Glory Fall. Another worship album. My Praise, Here I Am to Worship, Let Your Glory Fall, Hallelujah, Your Love is Amazing, The Wonderful Cross, How Deep the Father's love for us. So there you go. Next up from 2004, Let the Worshipers Arise. Let's see, so Friend of God, You Are My God, Not a God. You are God alone, not a God. Let the Worshipers Arise. Yep. So there you go. That's from 2004. Here's their greatest hits of all their worship songs. 2005. There you go. Next up from 2006 is Top of My Lungs. Top of My Lungs. Amazed. Yeah. Then the Ultimate Collection, which is just pretty much songs going all the way back to the very beginning. Just a lot of great hits. 2 CDs from 2006. Then here's a live album from 2007. Another greatest hits album from 2007. Also, no new songs, just greatest hits. Then from 2009, their next album, Fearless. This one's got their cover of Revelation song. Good song. Then from 2012, here is Breathe In. Let's see. Great I Am, When the Stars Burn Down, Blessing and Honor, and All Is Well from this album. You can get the rest of the songs there. Then their Christmas album from 2013, Hope for All the World. Then from 2014, their next album, Above It All. Good album. Jesus Only Jesus. And yep, that's it. And then from 2016, Hymns and Songs. They went back and re-recorded a lot of hymns. So they did Nothing But the Blood, Victory in Jesus, On Christ the Solid Rock, Blessed Assurance, I Surrender All, yep. And finally, from 2020, their final album before they decided to go their separate ways. And this is You're Still God. One of the best albums from 2020. Good songs on here. You Keep Hope Alive, There's a God, Just As I Am, You're Still God, Tears. Oh, it's just a good album. I did not put together a top albums of 2020 because at that time we were still in the midst of moving from our old house to where we are now. So I did not have enough time to make a video. I didn't have time to make a lot of videos. So I never did make one for my top albums of 2020, but if I did, this one would definitely been in there. So, yep. So that's going to do it for this episode. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. You're going to be missing out on a lot of good videos. So I still got a long way to go before I'm done with my journey through my CD collection. And I've already got a couple ideas of stuff that I want to do after I'm done with this series. So, until then, have a good day.